Y'all already know what it is. It's
Brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters, I don't know what this world is coming to.
What's going on, good people? It's yours truly, Easy D, that we getting in ready for episode 2 of Chop Shop. So I got my man, the infamous Greg Doss. He's not in with us tonight. I just real quick before I get into the introduction of who's on the show with us tonight. Lost a real good friend of mine last week. Actually, the first guest we had on the show, my man Will D. So as I said, going forward, man, we dedicating every show going forward, and you still one of the sponsors. We're gonna keep your legacy going, man. Even though you're not here physically, you still here with us. So with that being said, I want to bring on my special guest this week, man. And this is kind of funny how our friendship developed. You know, we're mutual friends on Facebook, but my man came on the news a couple years ago, and I'm not really one that watched the evening news, so it's kind of like fate put us together. I really believe that. So if you guys recall, back in 2020, the Cardinals of the Nonasassa had their locker rooms vandalized, and he went on the news and just told people, anybody that could help, and that really touched me. So Chop Shop got with him and made a donation and kind of got the ball rolling, and we've just developed a brotherhood since that. So without further ado, youth coach as well as motivational speaker. You got a lot of good stuff to talk about. The one and only Coach Chang. What's happening with you, baby?
Man, what's going on, man?
Glad to have you in here with us, man. And like I say, as I try to regroup and with what I'm dealing with, I'm glad to see, like I say, to get out. Like my man Will D say, just keep going. You got to keep pushing, keep going. So let's get into it, man. I want to ask you, from the city, being from the city, product of Chamberlain High School, Chambo. They no longer the Chiefs, right?
No. But I want to do something first before we get started.
Go ahead.
I seen this on another podcast. I practiced this.
Go ahead.
Are we done? Are we finished, man? Put some respect on my name, man.
Okay.
I always wanted to do that, man. I always wanted to do that.
Cool.
But bite to it, man.
Bite to it. So I want to ask you, so getting out of Chamberlain High School, man, what got you, we all had different paths. What got you into coaching?
Man, I can honestly tell you, my senior year in high school, my oldest brother, my big brother Duke, he was coaching the Bears, and I used to be on the sidelines with him when he started his coaching career.
Okay.
So it made me want to do it, and that's how I pretty much got into it.
Okay. Now, and I guess like you say, you getting out as a senior. I know you guys had a great run in 2002.
Okay.
Chamberlain went all the way to the state, and I always ask, because you, like I say, at that time, you in your early 20s.
Yeah.
Do you feel that new school guys, the players identify with y'all better than they do with the old regime? Because I remember first moving down here, we've had coaches that have been at the same school. Like Turner at Chamberlain was over there for over 30 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Garcia's
been at Hillsborough be 30 years this year.
Yeah.
Callahan was at Armwood over 25 years.
Yeah.
So I'm asking, and I've always posed that question. Do you feel that you think younger coaches should get opportunities, earlier in the game compared to, say, being, because you got a lot of older guys, they still coaching.
That's like a catch-22,
okay,
I would say.
Okay.
Because even though it seemed like those guys are dinosaurs,
okay,
we got away from their morals and principles.
Okay, and we definitely gonna get into that.
Which has basically done some damage to the game. Okay. Young guys deserve opportunities like Mike Tomlin.
Okay.
If nobody would have never gave him a chance as young as he was, he wouldn't be the great coach he is today.
Agreed.
And it's some young up and coming coaches. You got Jarvis McIntyre, you have Mike Williams, you have Jason Roberts, just to talk about the high school coaches right here in the area.
Okay.
That's doing some great things. Doing some great things. But I think the opportunity for young coaches, and they can relate to these new players better than the old coaches, because the old coaches are they're dinosaurs. And that's not saying in a bad way, but we still need them around, because a lot of these programs are die out because of people trying to keep up with the new times, and they forgot what the foundations were built on.
Okay, agree. I'm good with that. So let me ask you, and I know, like I said, you guys have run a very successful program with the Nucio Jags. So I know
the Tampa Bay Jags now.
Okay, excuse me, the Tampa Bay Jags.
Yeah, we done up the ante a little bit.
Up the ante, okay.
We
repping the Bay.
Now. We national now. We got
repping the Bay.
Put a little respect on our name.
Okay,
man.
my bad. That's my second file search. I got two. I want to file out. So with that being said, what got you? What drew you to coach the Jags? Because I remember when I first moved here, it was West Tampa Spartans, North Tampa Rams.
Yeah.
Ybor City Eagles.
Yeah, you had the PAL teams, the PAL Eagles, and
right,
the PAL Bears,
and that
like
was
that.
it. So I remember actually, shout out to a man, Harvette Bellamy, who was actually coaching the Jags when they first started, and that's 1997, 1998.
That's when we started.
Okay,
that's when we started.
So I'm gonna ask you. So what drew you to coaching them?
Well, after I went to Cookman, I came back home. Ended up football didn't pan out for me. My mama couldn't afford it, so my mama told my brother to come get my ass from up there.
Okay.
So I ended up coming back home, and that was the first year. Man, my brother had already been previously coaching, like in 96, 97.
Okay.
And I think that was his first year he was going to be a head coach, and we had the 10-year-olds.
Okay.
And that was an interesting season.
It was?
Yeah.
Do you remember you remember your record?
Believe it or not, we went 8-0, and this was the thing between me and him.
Okay.
No, we went 8 and no, we only lost 2 games that year. We lost 1 game in the season, and we lost 1 in the playoffs, I think.
Okay.
Because we had a bye week.
Okay.
And me and him had this ongoing thing that we argue like hell on the sidelines. Like me and my brother. Now we love each other. Don't get it twisted.
Right.
And don't get in our business that you see us beefing.
Okay.
We're gonna be right back talking. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We'll stop messing with you before we stop messing with each other.
I understand. That's what brothers
do. Me and him coached back in 99 together, and we was 8-0, and I had 8 shutouts, and I used to mess with him. Man, you need to score some points. I say, man, what 8-0 was spelled? He said, I don't know. I say, ooh. So, I'm messing with him, right?
Right.
So the Seahawks, I'll never forget, was a kid, Trigg. I think it was Marcelo Trigg.
Okay.
Boy, he lit us up.
Yeah.
And my brother came to me talking about, all those oohs, they ours now, look.
Yeah, okay.
But me and my brother real competitive, and he actually got me into it. And it was just like I found myself like when I tell you, like, as far as like coaching, after you name the notables, I would say that's one of the greatest coaches in his realm, in his atmosphere that I ever been around.
Right, and the Jags have achieved national success in their run as far as say with coaching. So I mean just with their team. So I mean and I think anytime with the city, it's always a good look to have those, especially in the Bay, that get out and make noise. And I know you guys competed in national tournaments. You actually won a national title, correct?
I won that with FBU.
Okay.
FBU. I actually won that with the 7th grade team.
Okay, with the 7th grade team. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
And he won it with the 6th grade team the same year. So he up on me in championships.
Okay.
I got a lot. Well, I ain't got that far to go, but I got a little ways to go to catch him. But
okay,
we got a lot of them. My mama got a lot of trophies, man.
Okay, well that's a good thing. Now I want to, it's a black eye on youth football this past weekend.
Oh yeah.
Denver Broncos. Not Denver Broncos. He played a lot of different teams. To lead, Akeem to lead with his brother with the murder of a coach on the field. David Ruffin is making his way. He trying to flag me down like he's a sky cap. We got to talk about that, bro. We got to talk about it. I want to ask you, with you in youth football, what do you feel like? Because I'm just like, I remember last year my nephew had Trail plays for a team, and they had a game last year. They had a shooting in December.
Okay.
And I'm like, what is it with these? What's going on now? With the league now. If you can't keep it, if you can't avoid cussing, please. But I'm just asking you, what's wrong with you football?
But I come from a long line of cussers when I get upset. My mom, I'm a 3rd generation curser. Like my mom, she used to cuss us out for breakfast. So it'll be hard. I won't say the bad words. I might say ass. I won't, something like that.
Okay.
It's sad, man. Really, it's sad. It's sad. Somebody lost their life. You got to think about you really have to think about this, right? That man woke up on a Saturday morning. The only thing he was thinking about was preparing the kid to win a game. Right. A bad call, whatever happened, it couldn't be that bad for him to lose his life, you know?
Right.
And R.I.P. to the guy that lost his life, and I'm sending my prayers to the family and friends and everybody who lost his life, and more so, the guy that actually did it, he going to need prayers too. He going to need them.
But I want to ask you this, if I can, because I guess I'm still like, Little League football has changed so much now to where, I mean, with me, I always say it's too high, you know, the elements, but that's just like, it's a fear of, it's dangerous. You know?
It is.
And it shouldn't be like that.
Like I did on my live, like I said on my live this morning. You know how hard it is to find a ref that actually want to do a Little League game? I wouldn't be mad. It's sad because the ante done went up. Like, the actual cost done went up for a ref to do a Little League game.
I can imagine.
And do you blame them?
No.
It's to the point now to where you have to second guess what you say to these parents. And the problem with youth sports, and I'm gonna say sports overall, because it's not just happening in football. We can't just give football.
Oh yeah, I saw the ref. Yeah, the ref got jumped in basketball.
And I apologize for my late.
Yeah, roughing David Ruffin here. Yeah, Red Dollar, baby.
Hey, listen, I come on with my song. Come on, I'm like Bobby, right?
Yeah.
You know, hit me off, right?
Yeah,
go ahead.
Beauty only skin deep though for the rest of y'all.
Yes,
but you think about it, it's a trickle down. You say it's the sports. No, we've changed. It's still football. It's still 11. Last time I checked, Coach, there's still 11 guys on offense, 11 guys on defense, right?
Yes,
on the field.
facts.
Okay, so the difference is what the standard that we were held to has changed. And it comes, you think about it, we can't get school teachers, and everybody will say it's about money. No, they pay them enough. They don't pay them enough for what they're dealing with.
True. I just said something about that as well.
So, you know, we on the same page. It's us. We don't change.
No,
we change.
Don't just listen. You know what? And I just said this, right?
Okay.
How so? It starts.
I'm from a long line of customers too, so I feel it.
It starts in the house.
You
right?
Don't help. Go ahead.
It starts in the house, right?
One more time.
Man, I just witnessed a coach have a full conversation with a parent about a position that a child played, right?
Okay.
Right, and this is a rival organization, so let me put that out there. And me and him, we laugh about it. But this parent was telling this coach about his team, right? Mm-hmm. So I asked me and the coach, we talking. I say, well, do you ever tell her how to run her house? Do you tell her how to run her house? And now he's not even talking to the father. He's not talking to the uncle. He's talking to the mother, and not saying a woman don't know football, because I don't want to get into the Cam Newton thing. Okay. I'm not going to discredit what a woman knows and what she doesn't. Okay. But what I will say is that one thing she don't know, she's not at practice every day. I can guarantee you that. And if she is at practice, she's not watching every play.
Okay.
So you know what I tell every coach that actually has that problem? Okay. When a parent brings you a problem, now it's time to put that camera on that child. And it's sad that you have to handle it that way, because now they just say, you're singling out my child. Well, you're singling me out as a coach, saying I'm mistreating your child. So I have to defend my name, because I'm never going to mistreat a child. But I want you to know your child's truth. Because people don't look at it this way, right? Say we playing the best team in the nation. And because like my 12U team, let me tell you something. We're not that good right now.
Okay.
But I make them believe we can play and beat Armwood tomorrow.
Okay.
Right? And that's the courage I give them.
That's the mindset, yeah.
That's the mindset.
Right.
So if I'm giving them that mindset, let me tell you something. And they done bought in, right?
Okay.
But it's going to be a parent come Saturday, right? And say we go up against a team that's just outmanning us, they're bigger than us, right?
Right.
As a coach, I still got to know what situation to put your son in.
Right.
Because I want him to get home safe.
Right.
People fail to realize, even at their age, it's still a gladiator sport.
Yeah. And even with that, though, it's a game within the game. You got to look at matchups. What can we do on this play, third and 8?
Yes.
Down a distance.
Yes. And your child may not fit that situation.
Right. Agree. Like I said, you
or
get
any
to
situation.
Or any situation.
Now,
okay.
I know
some kids are not made for football.
So I forgot.
Listen.
I forget.
Dog, you ain't got to go, because some kids are not made for football. Now, some kids are meant to play two square. Some people are meant to play teddy ball. They meant to sell insurance, and it's okay.
And there you go.
Know your child's identity.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now let me
let me say something now. Because Coach said it. See, we on the same page. I take my hat off to anybody who coaches little kids, because I couldn't do it. I did the high school thing. I tell them all the time. I missed the game, but one thing that is definitely different that I could not tolerate, and I tell Heavy, I haven't told you this to be the first time. I don't want to hear from parents, which is why I stopped coaching. Same reason I'm not in education anymore.
Okay.
When we were coming up, we didn't come across our parents didn't come in the gates.
No, they did not.
They dropped you off like at school. You're a coach's child, and I'll pick you up after it's done. I'll pick you up when it's done.
You got to think about it, then go back and look who you were dealing with. You was dealing with the Cromarties. You was dealing with the Bobby Wilds. You were dealing with Ronald Williams. You was dealing with great men.
Okay.
You were dealing with great men.
Okay.
He said that.
A lot of these dudes, let me tell you something. Don't get it twisted, because anybody that's joining me in this journey or any other youth coach, I applaud them and respect them.
Absolutely.
But some of these coaches are young and they're still growing as men.
Okay.
Okay.
And let me ask you this. Now, when you say that they're young and growing, so their mindset's a little different, but
Yeah.
it's a thankless job and a lot of people, I've even myself, I've had situations where I've had fathers critique what I'm doing, but then when I ask them, I say, well, hey, I'm out here with your child. You drop them off. You out here. Why are you on coach? But
Now,
people
see, you
want to point
open
the finger.
Pandora's box.
Well, I'll let you continue.
Well,
this.
someone don't have the capacity, the skill set.
No, I don't buy that.
No. Anybody can yell at somebody. Everybody can't coach. Everybody can't coach.
Everybody can't coach.
Okay.
But like I just said, when your child at your house, I don't say a word to him.
You don't.
But when you bring him to practice, he's in my house.
Okay. Agreed.
He's in my house.
I totally agree. So
And when you're in my house, you're gonna operate like I want you to.
if you want, yeah.
And I don't care. I don't care nothing about you paid your $275. I don't.
Okay.
Because I ain't paid a dime and I ain't getting paid. I'm paying the coach.
Okay.
See, if people respected what a youth coach go through, they'll understand it more.
But,
See,
but coach, they don't respect what teachers go through, and coaching and teaching are
go
synonymous.
hand in hand. But this is what I'm saying. We just gonna stay on the coaching thing for right now, because we're gonna get to that teaching thing.
Okay.
Because I love teachers.
But he said that.
Think about it as a youth football coach, somebody that's not getting paid. No, listen, somebody that's not getting paid, right?
There you go.
Not getting paid. My day starts at 4:00 in the morning. I get up at 4:00 in the morning.
Yes, sir.
I have to go to a job that may or may not be stressful for all you know. I got to deal with a job, right? I work 10 hours a day, sometimes 15 if need be. However, if I got to stay, I got to stay.
Right.
After that job on Monday, Tuesday, Thursdays, I have to go and deal with somebody else's child. Now, I don't have a dog in the fight. I don't have no children, right?
Right.
So I got to go to practice. And then not only I got to go to practice, I got to deal with everything that went wrong in the day with your child. He may be having a bad day. I got to motivate him, despite all of everything that I went through, right?
Right.
And let's say that, I am in a relationship, right?
Okay.
Not only am I taking my workload, not only am I taking my practice load, not only do I got to get home, and then what if you a youth coach, right? And you have a wife, a companion, a girlfriend, a significant other, and you always spending your time at that field.
Uh-oh.
You always got them kids, and now, by right, they have a point. Because those are not your kids, but guess what? That's your passion, right? But these people don't know. When you come to me and talk about my child only played 2 plays, don't you know I just argued with my girlfriend for 30 minutes? Ask me why am I here with your child, and I could be with her.
Now,
You
it's
wearing
funny
a lot
you
of
brought
hats.
that up.
And
Exactly. And it's
Now I'm
not
asking you this.
respected.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you this because you went into the 2 plays. What age do
2
we
plays, man, I
stop
might have
minimum
given-
plays? What age do you feel? Because we're in such a competitive world. I always
6.
try to tell people. So you feel that 7U, they should.
Hey, listen, life don't give you X number of plays.
No, they don't. Now listen.
I'm with a rough group tonight.
Now in life. Now this is what I had to understand, because I had that same mindset until somebody set me down and I had to understand it. Kids are not compensated for youth sports.
Okay.
Right?
Yet.
We're compensated for going to work.
Yeah.
So if a kid come to practice every day, 2 hours, 3 days a week, 2 hours a day, giving them 5 plays, I ain't even saying giving, because by them showing up, they done earned them.
Okay.
Now, anything outside of them 5 plays and they're not that good, that's my
it's
decision.
5 plays now? Okay.
Now that's why I
10 or 12.
decide. Now that's what decide how much I'm gonna pay you.
I have no problem with 5 plays.
Exactly. Because that's how they get compensated.
6 might
you
be a
can't tell
problem.
this kid come to practice every day and bust your ass, and you better run every sprint, and then get to the game Saturday and he holding his helmet uniform, he can wear it 2 weeks straight. But it's some coaches okay. I'm talking about on the youth level.
Okay.
Right? But see, when you get to high school,
That's
it's
a
something
choice.
different.
That's a choice.
Oh, yeah.
That's a choice.
That's a choice.
If you don't play, that's a choice.
But see, I'm going to tell you something else. And going back to a youth football coach. Don't you know the youth football coach is the only person that does it for free? The only person that does it out of true love. No gain out of it. See, if a high school coach don't win enough games, he gonna get paid a stipend at the end of the season anyway.
Now, what about the coordinators?
No, listen.
Go ahead. I'm bring
A high school coach gonna get a stipend
He can
regardless at the end of the season
he can
anyway.
Distribute it how he wants.
A college coach gonna get a salary at the end of the year anyway. A pro coach gonna get paid no matter what. Them checks are coming. A youth coach is the only person that's doing it out of love. Because once a high school coach stop winning, his ass ain't gonna have a job. A college coach stop winning, his ass ain't gonna have a job. A pro coach stop winning, he gonna be looking for a job. So with that being said, as a youth coach, we're the only people that does it for free. And we the least respected.
And you don't get fired either.
And you don't get fired. Well, you can get, no, listen, let me tell you something.
Oh, you can get fired.
Oh, you can get fired.
You can get fired.
Hell, my brother fired me. He fired me.
I understand.
I understand what I'm telling you. But you know what? It's respected because you want to know why? Because me and him didn't have the same vision. And that goes to show, if people don't share the same vision on you and you ain't on the same track and you ain't headed in the same direction, sometimes you got to cut ties with people. And we didn't have the same vision. We didn't have the same mindset. And that's okay because we right back together.
Okay.
Because sometimes you got to create distance to come together.
Okay.
And that's what happened.
Hey, listen, we're gonna take a quick break, man. I love the energy in here tonight. So we're gonna recognize two of our sponsors before Serge get into our quick break. And first, like I say, Will D, man, Cigar Life, you're gonna live on with us at Chop Shop, man. So
R.I.P., man.
check my man out, Will D, Cigar Life, man. Good dude. Dawson, let everybody know what you got going on, and also give your slogan. We provide receipts. Let everybody know what you got going on, bro.
Hey, what's going on? I'm Greg Doss of GD NAPSI, GD Non-Attorney Pro Se Consulting. We attempt to help people navigate through the rigors of the court system if you can't otherwise afford adequate legal assistance. We don't provide legal advice, but we do show our receipts. And oddly enough, I have now served everybody in my case versus a retired judge, a retired police officer, the mayor in the city of Tampa. So I'll be extremely busy coming up. I would say check out YouTube and you kind of have some background. But okay. I want to say, it's to Will D, you know, he spoke to me, and when you called me, the last thing I expected was for you to tell me what you told me, because he's the one that told me to go on to the program with Rated R, with Rodney, to speak about voting and becoming politically active. And you know, me and his conversation the entire night was about being active in politics. And when I had to put on my uniform, my Chop Shop uniform, I don't know if they saw my Facebook page, I went ahead and did early voting today. You know, I'm not party affiliated, so, but I still had they had some open primary stuff. But if nothing else, this is one of the most important elections, and I didn't know until here that he was a vet also. Yeah. And a whole bunch of veterans look like me. And there are people before us that went through things so that you would participate in the process that controls your life and the lives of your children. So if nothing else, I'll say on behalf of Will D, make sure you get out and let your true voice be heard and participate in the process. I don't care how you do it, but participate in the process and hopefully be informed. Yeah, solid dude, man. Rest on, homie. I'm gonna let Serge give us a 2 minute. We're gonna take a 2-minute break. I'm gonna take Chang back when he was running through the halls at Chambo. Give him some, Serge.
about it now. Tighten up, sir.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, we back, man, for the second part of Chop Shop, man. I gotta talk DJ Surge, man. Surge on his own playlist. We're gonna get back to that. We're gonna get another break. He doing his thing. So we're here with Coach Chang and we're here with Coach Chang and we're here with my man, the infamous David Ruffin Greg Dawson.
Oh, man.
So I want to get in here, man. Like I want to get back to what we were talking about with the youth football. I mean, like I said, it's a lot of layers to the onion, and I think a lot of times that we have these discussions. I got a good partner of mine listening right now. He's a referee, and he's in Atlanta. He's already told me, like, it's certain areas of the city he ain't ref. Like, he's not there. The no deal. Like, you put me in suburban, north Atlanta, past, but I ain't doing that in the city. That's southwest, then off 285 past MLK. And I think that's the thing where, like you said, it's thankless work for the coaches, and now with the referees that are targets, and like you say, even coaches as well, because you may have a big matchup where you should never go to a football game expecting coaches fighting, or just that's too much. That's too much.
I'm gonna be honest with you. We all human, right?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
And sometimes our emotions can get the best of us because a lot of people don't have emotional intelligence. And I say us because we all are still work in progress, right?
No doubt.
Right.
No doubt.
So with that being said, do you blame that ref? Come on, man.
No, I don't blame Jones at
Man,
all.
stop,
Me and
stop
Jones
playing.
talk.
This man liable to call a false start and end up with 15 in him.
Yeah, Jones say, "Oh yeah, I ain't doing that," and I be like, "I get it. I totally get
And
it."
again, football hasn't changed. We have.
Right, I'm saying we have the narrative, but like I said, but I think nowadays
No, not the narrative. The people have
People have
changed.
changed, but I think something else too, though, is that when you have, and I hate to call dads out,
Okay.
but you got a lot of dads that live through their children.
Yeah.
Okay, but with that being said, let me say, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. My son hit me one day at work and told me, "I want to play football."
Okay.
And when I tell you, my heart was so full, I said, "Man, I can't believe it. Kobe want to get out here and play ball." I'm running the Sports Authority headband, cleats. I'm getting all this little stuff.
Yes, sir.
When I saw him out there on the field, I said, "This ain't what he want to do." And I told him, "If you don't want to play, it's cool." And he ain't never said nothing about that no more. And I'm cool with it. But I think sometimes that young boys don't want to disappoint their dads.
Okay.
Because their dads are looking for them.
Now, don't just put that on us.
There you go. I'm about
Some
to
of
go
these
there
mamas,
too.
too.
Okay,
No,
yeah,
These mamas are worse than dads these days.
They want to
Okay.
be on that afternoon or that evening.
Everybody
on
doing it for YouTube clips now.
Thursday on that draft night on Thursday and
Yes.
That first round.
Yes. No.
So it's a little bit of moms and dads. So let's just say
We'll
parents.
say pair. Okay, pair.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Thank you.
That's my.
Yeah.
Thank
That's my
you.
third. That's my third foul.
Yeah, yeah,
you might want to go to
yeah.
bed.
I can still play with three, man.
Man, come on,
Hey,
man.
let's
Don't just give us, don't
go
put
to
that
the
on
zone.
dads.
Let's go to the zone.
Don't
Let's go to the zone. Let's go
Don't
to
you
the
put that
zone.
on just on dads.
It-
boy.
it-
We can't go to man.
Moms are
Especially
critical,
in
crucial.
many instances, the energy that mom exhibits makes dad a little more recluse anyway. But, when it comes to emotional behaviors and these things we came up in a world where we could transition from one place to the other. In between the white lines, and sometimes kids don't understand it.
Yeah.
What you are between the white lines is like a boxer. I tell people like not a boxer, MMA guy, a martial arts guy.
Okay.
You never know what he is until you put your hands on him.
Yeah.
Because he knows how to transition, generally speaking. We somehow got so far away that it's almost difficult to reel it back in. Football is the only reason we learned how to compete in anything in life.
Okay.
Football.
I can find out.
School.
Maybe us three. Us three.
Well, yeah, I think I came out in '86, so my.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm 88. I'm 88.
Okay.
I'm best friend,
Okay.
man. You know I'm best friend,
Don
man.
Cheadle. Okay.
You know I'm best friend,
All right,
man. You know I'm
come on.
best friend, man.
Yeah, keep waking up. Hey, I remember
I
Coach.
do the same thing.
Yeah,
with
I
my
tell.
brother,
Hey,
man.
Coach Mack said. I remember telling Coach Mack he's like 30-something at the time. He said we were at football practice. He said, "Hey, happy birthday, Coach." He said, "How old you?" I think I said 34. He said, "Dang, Coach, you always said, boy, keep waking up."
Keep
And
waking up.
here I am.
That's a
Now I'm 54.
Man, that's
But
a blessing, man. You
yeah,
don't know.
absolutely
I'm just
blessing,
messing. You
yeah.
don't
No.
know it all, man.
No, not at all. I tell myself that every day as my bones creak getting out of bed. But the reality is, the lessons that we had made us competitive. And if you notice now, that's an edge that they want you to take out of it. But how can I take you being competitive out of a sport that is competitive?
Because this generation is soft.
One more time. I didn't hear that. I didn't hear all
Soft.
Okay, with a T. Okay.
All right,
okay.
but with that being said, right?
Okay. With a T.
I think our biggest problem is accepting our children's realities.
There you go.
Uh-oh.
And the reason why I say that is because the kid may just want to be around football,
Right.
but we want the kid to be
A football
star.
player.
Yeah.
a star.
No. A star.
A star.
A star. Yeah, a star. A
So
star.
with that being said, right?
When he probably gonna be seeing stars at every
But
play.
but as organizations, as youth organizations, what we need to do for the kids that want to be around the game, all right, have them keep stats,
Be manager.
have them be managers, have them be equipment managers. It's still a way to implement these kids that may not be good in football, but keep them around the game. Like, man, great example, great friend of mine, Brad Holmes.
Okay.
Yeah.
He played all 4 years at Chamberlain. He went on to North Carolina A&T. He played all 4 years there. Good football player, good college football player, good great high school football player. Didn't play in the NFL, but guess what?
He's coaching probably.
No. He's the GM.
He's the GM for the Detroit
Lions.
Lions.
Oh, that's right. He's the Lions GM. That's right.
GM for the
All right,
Lions.
he was the head scout that actually put them Super Bowl teams together for the Rams these past few years. He was the actual head scout for that team. So you know what? He still was around the game, even though he couldn't play in the league.
But we took. See, and that's another thing. He learned chalkboard. I'm pretty sure
Yes,
because you
yes.
came up under Coach
Turner.
Yeah. Okay, so you
Billy
understand Coach
Redstone.
Turner. You understand chalkboard. You understand game film, and these are other aspects that we don't push anymore. Well, if you think about it, how many NFL head coaches, other than Ron Rivera, how many were actually Todd were really good football players?
You think about
And
it.
if you think about it, now I'm not going to talk about nepotism.
But
No,
wait a minute,
no,
I'm just saying, but I'm
you
just
have a
thinking,
point.
I don't-
You have a
I don't
point.
know
No, well,
coaches,
nepotism get a lot of their jobs
Yeah,
also.
but I'm just saying, but I'm just trying to think.
Even
I don't know
Gruden,
any coaches.
he was a good football. Jay
I'm
was
thinking
better
about
than
coaches
John.
right
Yeah,
now.
Jay was at
I'm thinking
Chamberlain.
about coaches right now that
Didn't play at all.
that didn't play.
Even coordinators didn't play at all.
Yeah,
But
they
you
didn't play.
You have to understand.
They're called quality
most of the
control
guys-
coaches.
Most of the guys that don't play in the league or even your analysts, your sports analysts, those are very smart guys.
Yeah, the journalists.
Like if you look at like Tim McVay, the head coach / OC for the Rams.
Sean McVay.
Sean
yeah.
McVay.
I'm tell you, and I don't mean to cut. I'm gonna tell you something funny. He went to Marist High School, Atlanta private school. He beat Calvin Johnson out for Player of the Year in high school.
So listen to what I'm telling you. So they have a background.
Yeah.
They have a solid background,
Right.
and these guys know the game.
Right.
And just because we don't know their names, and we might, some of them may have been good,
Right.
but you don't have to be great to be around the game.
No.
You don't even have to be good to be around the game.
Or to
Right.
be leaders of men, you don't have to be good
You
at what
don't.
you're
You
doing.
just have to be good at leading.
Right.
Yeah, I can coach a quarterback. I can't throw a ball. Well, I can, but I mean, you can't.
You can
Like I
learn the
said-
position. All right, Andy Reid, did he play quarterback?
He won the
Pump, pass, and kick. Yeah.
But did he play quarterback?
Nah, he didn't play
No.
quarterback.
But he's the quarterback whisperer.
Guru. He's a
Right.
guru.
Guru.
Yeah.
He's the
McNabb.
quarterback whisperer.
Yeah, McNabb, Alex Smith,
Smith,
Mahomes.
Mahomes.
Yeah.
Think about what he
Look
done.
what he did with Vic.
Yeah. It was big as it. Yeah.
Look at his resume. Does
You're right.
he even look like a quarterback? Is he shaped like a quarterback?
No, sir.
Exactly.
No, sir.
Never was, in fact.
But he's around the game, and he's
I
going to
think
be a
he played
Hall of
tackle, if
Famer.
I'm correct.
He's going to be a Hall of Famer.
You got some arguing whether or not he's a better coach than Belichick, which is out.
I mean, he's not better
absurd.
because Belichick, but I mean, he does. He's a
No,
quarterback.
disrespectful.
He knows the in and outs with his quarterback. Like you said, because Patrick Mahomes getting drafted, I didn't see him doing what he's doing now. I didn't.
But it's a lot of things we don't see.
True.
It's a lot of things we don't see as just fans of the game.
Right.
That's
just
what,
fans.
because a fan watches the game for the amount of time on the clock, whereas a coach,
They're watching the game to
he's
keep their
immersed
jobs.
in the game. Not only that, he's watching the intricacies. Did you step 6 inches? Did you step 11
Exactly.
inches? Is that a problem? Do you leave a gap here?
Is that a covered
Now,
step?
now
Is that an uncovered
I want to
step?
ask. I'm gonna ask
Yeah.
all of y'all there because I'm a football guy. We all love the game. If you could pick anyone's brain that coach, living or dead, who would you? Who would be for you? I know who mine is. If I want me to go first, I go first.
Go first.
I say Eddie Robinson out of Grambling.
Okay.
To work in the environment that you did, and also send guys to play at a high level at such a small institution. Resources are limited. and he was there. He coached Doug. I mean, he coached a lot of great players. Like Charlie Jordan, to me, I think should be in the Hall of Fame. He's not.
Okay.
That was, but I just remember, I just thought Eddie Robinson would be mine. What about you?
Yes, he is in the Hall of Fame.
He is?
Eddie
Robinson?
No,
Charlie Jordan.
I got to look and see.
I think
we'll
he
look
is.
And see. We'll look and see. We'll check and see. But go on. What about you?
When you say the limited resources, his economic resources were limited, but his character resources.
No, not at all. I'm
bad.
saying character, but the thing I'm trying to say is
And that
you
would
talk
make
about,
him-
but
he-
you talk
they
about
would
coaching.
make him be a great coach.
But you talk about before segregation, as far as say where kids only had to go to HBCUs.
Okay.
That was the only show in
That's
town.
fair.
And let's be honest, that means you had the best athletes. I'll say.
Oh no, ain't no doubt about it. But I just feel that
Mm-hmm.
he should get more than what he got. I mean, that's just
No,
because when you talk about great coaches, he never comes up.
Unfortunately, he existed prior to the advent of social media.
Okay,
and
but even like Bobby Bowden was before Bobby Bowden.
They've forgotten about Bobby Bowden because we
Yeah,
can talk
that's what
about
I'm
now.
saying. So we've
I'm
had.
a Florida State fan.
I already know that, and he
Nick
is too.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm asking you. So
you can say that with a little more.
okay, so let's
Okay.
fast forward. Who
Okay.
would you say, Ruff? If you could pick a coach's brain, living or dead.
It would have to be Bill Belichick.
Okay. Bill Belichick. Okay. What about you, Coach?
Bill Walsh, easy.
Ooh, okay. Now that's another. And see, to me,
And interesting, like you played defense and I played offense. We
but
switched,
he's a
we
49er
switched-
fan. But
no, we
Walsh
switched
was-
coaches. We switched sides
Right.
of the ball. Yeah.
But Walsh was ahead of the game. Like to me, with the offenses, the
All
new
these
ones that they
offenses
run,
today
it's
would
all
not
him.
exist
Yeah.
They're variations.
Because-
without the
Bill
West Coast offense.
Right.
they're
Agreed.
variation.
Agreed. So Mike Holmgren, who was a branch.
Yes.
That comes with John Gruden. I mean, so
Yes. Go and look at the tree. Go and look at
Andy
the tree.
Reid, yeah, his tree is still there.
Yes.
His tree's still
And,
there.
Yes.
and Belichick can't create a tree. And that's why I like to say, what is it that the guys that come from you miss when they become head coaches?
You have to understand. You gotta be fair to Belichick, and the reason why the game has changed. The players are not the same. The players
Agreed.
are not the same. But you
Agreed.
know what they do? You know what the players do? They follow suit in New England. Because when they don't, he get their ass out of there.
No, I like
Agreed.
Belichick. I'm trying to figure out why your coaches can't be as successful.
But that's
without
not. But
you.
that's not. But the thing is,
No, it ain't on him.
No,
I'm
it's
wondering
not.
what
No,
they're
it's
not
not.
getting.
It's not him. But the thing I'm trying to say is that
Because once they leave, right, you
Yeah.
got to realize, New England, from what it looks like, I never played for New England, not even a fan, but you see the product. You see what they done. And they even still are having success after Brady.
Right.
Just because they didn't win a Super Bowl don't mean
Right.
that they're not successful.
yeah, they went to the playoffs last
So
year.
with that being said, right, coaches go on to other situations where they might just have been a piece of the puzzle.
Right. That, without a doubt. Listen,
You understand what I'm saying?
What he did with Matt Castle is incredible.
But he wasn't even the OC. What he did was control the atmosphere.
exactly.
And every coach we consider great are great managers of people.
There you
Bill
go.
Parcells, Bill Belichick,
Tom Landry.
Bill Walsh, Tom Landry.
Yeah.
Let's go
Tony
Phil Jackson,
Dungy.
Tony Pop, Tommy
Yeah.
Lasorda,
Yeah.
Tony Russo. Like we went to listen, like I'm just being honest with you. Those guys were great managers of people.
Absolutely.
And one thing about Belichick, if it looks as if you don't go by a system, you don't have to play in the league to see that he's going to get you out of there. It's my way, or you can go and do a podcast.
And the thing with him is that,
Time out.
he
We got
picked up.
yellow
But
flag.
like you say, he gets guys that are
I'm just being
undrafted.
honest with you.
Right, he's keeping it official. You get guys that are undrafted, low round picks because he's always trading back, because he
Wanna
looks
know
for
why?
value in the pick.
Want to know why? Because he looks for football players.
He said he won't take
He
a dumb
don't
player.
get caught up in the eye candy.
Right.
Now he didn't get eye candy until he got Randy Moss.
Okay,
But
Yeah,
think
you're
about the West Workers, the Troy Browns.
yeah,
The,
Deion Branch.
We can go on
fact,
forever.
in fact, even though he had something negative to say about him, Asante Samuel
Exactly.
wasn't eye candy. He went right here to you see
Aaron,
that?
God forgive me for bringing him up, but Aaron Hernandez played fullback and tight end.
Mm-hmm.
You have to think about what this man did for the game.
And in the NFL, he actually played a 2 tight end system.
Come on, man.
Agreed.
Come
which
on,
is
man.
crazy.
He's that's the only place where you don't see 5 and 4 wide every down, because they will get under the center and go smash mouth more than any other team we can say other than the Titans, because they have that giant over there, Derrick Henry.
And that's only now. That's only because they got a quarterback who's overpaid and stealing money. But that goes without saying.
Who was the quarterback over there? Tannehill still?
Yeah,
Tannehill.
I thought they brought somebody else in.
they
Nah,
did, but
they-
he's not gonna play.
Tannehill. They brought Malik Willis. Shout out to Malik Willis. Westlake kid out the city. He had a good game this past week, and I want to get back in the.
All right, let's go.
Rough be cutting up, man. Let me
get
get into this.
Truth, man.
Yeah, Rough be cutting up. Anyway,
Okay.
I want to ask you this. Last 2 to 3 months, you've been on your campaign.
Yes,
you
sir.
giving the player the day.
Yes,
stop
sir.
playing. You dabbling with motivational speaking, and I want to ask you because it's funny to me. Because on the surface, you come across as just not say standoffish, but if don't nobody say nothing to you, you ain't saying nothing to nobody. So what got you into that? I'm really intrigued by that.
Well, if you know anybody that played for me, man, like, they know I'm going to go hard for them. So on Saturday mornings, man, to actually see me talk to those kids before we get ready to take the field, man, I just told somebody, man, people think, man, you so into yourself, right? I just told the coach yesterday, man, call me the Wizard of Oz, man. I think I can get a line hard. I think I can get a scarecrow a brain. Because I think I can encourage anybody, man.
Okay.
I think I can encourage anybody because I done seen it bad. I know how bad it gets. Hell, I was a badass child with a mama that worked 2 and 3 and 4 jobs and a brother that had to fill in. You understand what I'm saying? So we done seen the worst. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know what that looked like.
Right.
So with that being said, we had to encourage ourselves every day. Hey, man, it's going to get better. It's going to get better. It's going to get better. And my mama never got rich. She never got rich. Never.
Right.
But guess what? We all right.
Yeah.
We ain't homeless. And see, people tie success into like a lot of money, right?
Uh-oh.
You got to have a lot of money to be successful. No, I don't.
Uh-oh,
And
no,
I get
you
up, I
don't?
go to work every day. I get paid out. And I can obtain anything I want out of my needs. So if I want to travel, I can travel. So that's what motivates me. And that's what make me want to motivate other people. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't lose sight of your reality chasing your dreams. And don't kill your dreams because of reality.
Right. And it's funny you say that because I tell people all the time it's so important to keep like-minded people and positive people that want to see you win.
Yeah.
We all need cheerleaders, and we need to be cheerleaders.
Right. Man, I promise you, man. Man, I promise you. I went to a church and I posted this as a reel. World Champions Church. Okay. Man, if you ever get a chance, go by there and visit. Man, that pastor a bad man. And, man, I'm still a work in progress, and I can't tell you I'm delivered, but, man, he really touched me with some of the stuff he said, right? And we all feel like we got haters, right? We all feel like we have haters, right? And this man said something, man, that touched me so, and sometimes, man, you could end up being a hater and don't know it because you don't know how to involve a higher power. Admiration without a higher power. Some people say the Holy Spirit. I don't know what you believe in, so I'm going to say a higher power. Admiration without a higher power can turn into envy and jealousy.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
And we can all fall into that. So I can see you doing something great, right? Instead of me saying, hey, boy, you killing them. Boy, you killing them, boy. Man, I love to see you do that. Man, who you think he is?
There you go.
Just because I don't like who you be around. Now, you said something last week that I ain't agree with. Man, who you think? He always got something smart to say. I don't care if you said that last week. Man, if you just did a good job on something, hey, boy, you killed him just then, boy. You killed him just then,
but
man.
I still live by the adage that everybody don't want to see you win. And I tell people,
that's a change.
I ain't
from where
mad.
we grew up, though.
Yeah, that's a change. I ain't mad with nobody, and ain't no egos over here.
No, it's not. But everybody don't want to see you in. But you know what you're doing for those who don't want to see you win? You giving them a purpose.
Yeah, you
still
motivation.
blessing them. One thing about it, when you go into that stadium, right? When I go and coach, right, and it's a big game, and I see all them people over there cheering, right? The reality is, I know all of them ain't cheering for me.
Right.
Some of them cheering and they hoping that I lose.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm telling you?
I feel
But you know what I got them doing though? I got them cheering. So I got my fans and I got my haters cheering. Because you know what your haters don't want nobody to know? They want to act like a fan. A lot of your haters fans now.
Oh,
don't get it twisted. And when you lose, man, I told you so. But when you win, boy, you did that, boy. But they got to go home and look themselves in the mirror.
Yeah. I mean, real talk. Like I said, I just think that's what. And me and Ruff talk often. I just don't get. Me and you been rapping like I just don't get the mindset. Well, why is it that here it is 2022? We don't want to see people that look like us
succeed,
win, and be successful.
Particularly in areas that either you don't want to participate in, can't participate in, and never had a desire to participate in that area. There's plenty of success to go around because there's a multitude of endeavors that we can all move into.
Man, you have to realize, man, some people, like I said, what do we call success? And some people are angry. They're not angry at you. They're just mad that they're not you.
There you go.
And once you learn that and you can master that,
You be
man,
all right.
you going to be all right. Because you ain't, the thing about it, people be like, man, I got a problem with him. Well, I don't have a problem with you. I don't have a problem with
Yeah,
you.
I ain't mad with nobody.
I don't.
No.
Yeah.
I don't. And like even in growing, like man, I can promise. I've been on my job 10 years, right? And in those 10 years, I've grown so much. Because man, I was an asshole when I first got there. Excuse my French, but it's English.
Okay.
I was a jerk when I got there. I was. Played a little bit too much. Didn't take it serious. And it was a supervisor. You know, people say when they see you moving different and you ain't doing what you was normally doing, and they see you start growing, oh, now you an ass kisser. Damn, you trying to grow. And I almost fell into it. Man, they always got something to say. They always got something smart to say, and it was starting to, like, aggravate me, right? But then the only reason why they had something to say because I wasn't doing that same old crowd, man.
You were growing.
I was growing.
You weren't feeding it.
I wasn't feeding it. So now they see me coming in at 4 o'clock in the morning. Now I'm coming in at 4, right? And I'm going to get this knowledge from this dude that don't nobody really want to deal with, right? But that ain't my problem. They don't want to deal with him. I don't have no problem with him. I don't.
Okay.
You were moving on to the next thing.
Man,
In
you know
your
what I
life-
believe?
in your life. The next
Exactly.
thing in your life.
And you know what? You know what I realized? I couldn't get there without him. So once I was smart enough to know the players in the game, it was a problem for you. Because you knew who the player was, but you ain't had the courage to go and say, hey, man, help me with this.
They said 1988, right? These are the things that change boys to men.
And ever since, right? This man ain't did nothing but take me under his wing, and he has still showed me that, hey, I still run this now.
Yeah.
Hey, slow down now.
Okay.
And we disagree. We could disagree. He just had me mad 2 weeks ago. And he came out to the job site. He know I was mad. But he came out there, check on me just to see what my head was. I said, man, you know you had me mad. He said, yeah, I know. He said, I don't care. You'll be all right.
Okay.
And that's why I respect him. Because
Yeah.
there's no gray area with him. It's black and white. You know where he stand. Now, a lot of people might say they don't like him. But, man, some days I don't like him. But I never disrespect him because he ain't never disrespected me.
That's fair. Now, before we get into our second break, I got to put Chang on the spot. I bowled the phone with Chang last week.
Okay.
I said it's hard but fair. Chang, can you please tell everybody what your response was?
The fan February and they serve good food.
There you go.
Man, it ain't about being, life ain't fair. Man,
Okay.
life ain't fair.
The fast February, they serve good food.
That's it.
Nobody
bet-
ever said life was
I'm
fair.
telling you, hey.
Nobody never said
no
it was
doubt
fair.
about that. No doubt. I'm with you when you're right. So we're going to get into our second break. Sir will give us 2 songs. So this is going to be
Yeah,
brought
make sure
to you by...
do 2 songs this
Yeah,
time,
2
man.
songs, sir,
Because
please.
he must have had a bang on that.
I had it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm playing because this is around your era. But anyway, we're going to
Yeah.
get to it.
Yeah,
so I'm
let's
going
go.
to go ahead and acknowledge 2 other sponsors also. My man Carlos Martin over there at 40th Street Auto Repair. Check them out, 813-443-4730 at 7101 North 40th Street. And if you take a look at what we got on, you see the Chop Shop apparel
Yes, sir.
that Me and Ruff got on. Check out Elevated Designs, man, 813-400-7015. We're going to get into Crunch Time Survivors when we get back.
Yes, sir.
Sirs, give me 2 songs, please.
Give him 2 songs. Make sure you play that banger.
for what you call it, bumping two of them old classics for me. So we can get into it. Now, before we, on the other side of the break, we talked about Crunch Time Survivors. And I want you to go and elaborate, let everybody know what you got going on with that, what that movement is in regards to.
Crunch Time Survivors, man. It's basically just, man, we're showcasing life through sports, through music, through adversity, through everyday life events. And, like, it's easy to interview the guys that's going to college, getting drafted in MLB, NFL, NBA. But what about the guys that fell short?
Yeah.
Fell to the B side.
Yeah.
What about them? And because, like, there's no such thing in understanding winning if you never lost.
Yeah, there you go.
You will never, appreciate it. You'll never respect it if you never understand what it's like to lose.
Right.
So I want people to hear these people's stories that, like I'm talking about great talents around the areas that didn't pan out because of decisions that they made. Now, some of these guys actually came back and they redeemed themselves. And I'm talking about what we talked about success, just because they didn't go to the league, they're taking care of their families.
Right.
They're doing positive things.
Right.
And that need to be showcased as well because everybody's not going to the pros.
Right.
And then like in life events, like, man, we're going to talk about financial stability as far as like teaching our youth this stuff like you say with the teachers. Right. Like I support teachers big time.
Absolutely.
I think it's the only profession that it's the most disrespected profession in the world because I don't know no successful person in the world that didn't have the influence of a teacher.
Exactly.
And it's sad.
And we all sitting here, we all had a teacher that you knew you didn't want to disappoint.
Right. You're
going to go the extra mile to make sure that you're going to do that for that teacher. And
yes.
they pushed you and they demanded excellence out of you.
You carry something about them with you every day.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. So with that being said, and the reason why, Crunch Time Survivors, because I survived Crunch Time. Mm-hmm. And after I survived Crunch Time, and Crunch Time for some is going to be, do you have the courage to make the last play of the game and living with the outcome, no matter what happens? And for others, it's going to be the first of the month. The rent's due. The children hungry. They depending on you to make a play. And you got to do something. And like I say, it's the most difficult times where a man will discover who he really is. Now name one time more difficult than Crunch Time.
None.
I tell people all the time, there's three types of people in the world. You got those that don't know what happened, those that wonder what happened, those that make things happen.
Yes, sir.
And that's the truth. I mean, Bushwick Bill said it on the Dr. Dre Chronic album back in 1992, and that stuck.
Stranded on Death Row.
Stranded on Death Row. So you already know what it is there. Respect.
Yes, sir.
You already know. So that's what I'm saying. With that being said, and I tell my wife all the time, I say, if we don't do it, who going to do it? Who going to do it? You know what I'm saying? That's
the
what you guys
not scared to.
Yeah. And that's the truth. And successful people make things happen.
They were always willing to venture out somewhere
and do something to make them uncomfortable to achieve their success.
I'm gonna be totally honest with you, man.
Okay.
It was it was somebody, man, that just, man, I be joking all the time, and people like just see I have charisma, I can work a room, and they say, man, you need your own show. I'd be like, man, stop playing, man. I can't do that for real. I just be joking. They say, no, man, your personality, like, you're natural.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I don't think that. But then, I woke up one day and say, man, I think I can do it. Why not?
But let me cut you off. You can do it. But see, the thing is, though, when you have gifts like my passion, like your passion is people.
Yeah.
My passion is people.
Yeah.
Ruff has a different passion. People's not his.
But that's okay.
That's okay.
But that's a balance.
But like I said, and I know with him, we play off each other so well. Yeah. It's almost like we think the same.
But that was kind of bad. What it is?
No.
Your passion is not people.
Well,
but that's okay.
I have a demand. I have an expectation because, for those who don't know, what's my background? My background is more historical. I've been all over the world. And I know what we came from.
This Bobby Brown here, just so the record.
No, listen. Everybody in your life for a purpose. You know what his purpose is?
Yeah.
To keep you from falling from bullshit at times. We all got one like that. Yeah. Everybody have a, man, I got a partner.
Like I said, we've been running. I've been doing him since 1990.
And we met under the most
and I'm just, it's so crazy how we just clicked up, and like I say, he done been to Tallahassee. We done played flag together. I mean, he went off, got married, we already had kids, and we always had that dynamic for the last probably say 11, 12 years. We've been rolling.
Man, but for me, it's my brother was not me and him not switch roles, and then my partner, my brother Calvin Pierce.
Calvin.
Oh man. Man, that fella, man,
good
Calvin,
dude, man.
great dude. That's
dude.
a brother to me. That's a real brother
good
to
dude,
me.
solid brother.
That's
man.
But he was my balance, especially me. Fact about it, man.
Good dude,
he need
man.
to come back to coaching. I really need him right now. But he won't come back. Hey man, I need you to come back.
He's an Acosta dude, isn't he? Wasn't Acosta?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I think he played with Roland. I think he played.
I played against
Acosta.
Calvin.
Calvin. They say he was the. Now listen. Now I used to think he was just playing. Until one day he used to say, "Man, I'm the greatest Spartan ever." We going to Trigg restaurant, man. I never forget this, man, because he's a braggadocious dude, man.
Yeah.
Now, listen, but I wouldn't have him no other way. Stand up dude. We going to Trigg restaurant, so it's one guy. I forget his name, man, but if his face come to me, I remember.
Who, Eric?
No, man, I can't think of his name, but he say Calvin Pierce, the greatest Spartan ever. So
That's all you need to hear.
He say, see? He say, see? I told you. Hey, man, let me tell you something. That man, he's the same everywhere. Weddings, bar mitzvahs, parties, funerals. The man, I don't think he have a serious. He can be serious for a few, but then he's right back to being Calvin.
Right. Yeah.
But he's one of the smartest people.
Solid dude. Like I say, solid dude. We used to play him, rest in peace, Big Herb, and Ty. They play in our employee league. And you know one thing about him, he talk a lot of junk. He talk about, so you guard me today. I never forget we was in play. We was looking at time.
No, that wasn't going to happen.
And he was like, you guard me today. I said, yeah, I'm guarding you today. And man, he was, and he let you know when he scored. He talking to you now.
Hey, check this out. I got a funny story.
Go ahead.
Me and him almost got beat up at a national tournament. All right. So we playing this team from Buffalo, right?
Okay.
So man, it's getting grimy. I'm talking about, man, these kids are so disrespectful. Like, listen, it got to a point where I'm like, man, let's just get out of the game. Mm-hmm. And man, I don't even know if we should even shake hands, man. Let's just go ahead and get out of here, right? Yeah. So Calvin was like, nah, we'll shake hands. He the main one say, man, we'll shake hands. We all right. So once again, y'all think the dads are bad. It was this mama, because we weren't supposed to beat them, because that's when we had Lou, Zay, and Tone. It was a whole bunch of those kids. Like, we had a great team. Okay. And man, it was this mama running around with a helmet, and Calvin looked at it, he pointed at it. He said, look, you little ponytail, have an MF. Hey, listen, right? We couldn't even be serious, because he went right to the lady ponytail, right? And we looked at her ponytail, it was about this big. And I said, man, that's why she acted like that, man. She woke up upset. She woke up upset, man. And Calvin, man, I was like, Calvin, that's the only thing you saw was her ponytail. You didn't see the helmet or none of that. You just saw a ponytail. Then she had to stop and think, well, maybe my ponytail is little. I say, man, Cal, you crazy, man. You crazy. Dude, but, man, I've been in the trenches a long time.
He's solid dude. Shout out to Cole and KJ, time. Man.
Oh, yeah.
KJ was on the show with us last.
Yeah, KJ doing some great things with his dog.
With his dog, no doubt. So, also let everybody know, man, you got October. We got breast cancer coming up, man. Let everybody know what you got going on.
We're looking at October 1st for the breast cancer walk. And October 22nd, we're going to have a BCA party for women that's pretty much, done fought the fight. And women that's going through the fight. We just want to do something special for them. And we're going to be doing a raffle. And the person that wins, we're going to do something very nice for you. Very nice for you. So, fellas, put on your grown man clothes. I ain't saying you got to wear a Steve Harvey 15-piece suit. But, if you choose to, that's on you. Ladies, put on them pink dresses. And we going to have some pure grown folks fun.
It's going to be a pink out.
It's going to be a pink out, man.
Okay.
It's going to be a pink out, man.
Okay. I heard Eddie put the main on.
Man. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
That's a hustler flow there.
Yeah, man. But, yeah, man, it's some great things. Hey, man, it's just some great vibes, man. There's some great things going on in the city, man.
But I think of something else too, and I know what you, cause we're gonna unveil probably the next 40 minutes. We're gonna unveil the Wingstop Chop Shop Super 13.
Okay.
What storyline are you most interested about this upcoming season? We've got some transfers. We've got some
Yeah.
big games this year. Like I looked at Armwood's schedule. Armwood first half of the schedule is brutal.
They probably have the toughest schedule in the league.
They got
in the city this year.
Bloomingdale, Gaither, Wharton, Jesuit, 4 straight weeks.
Well, you know, man, listen, man. Because they be trying to put old Coach Chang on the spot, man.
I gotta ask you.
No, not you. I'm talking about people in the city, man. Like some of my partners, they be wanting me to say certain things about certain kids and this and that, and I'm gonna say it because the kids know I love them. But I'm gonna give you my true assessment of the game. So, with that being said, man, it's gonna be some great football in Tampa this year. Great football. You got Wharton and Jesuit.
Yeah.
You have
That's out the
Tech
gate.
and Wharton.
Yeah.
You have Wharton and Tech. You have Armwood and
Jesuit,
Tech.
Armwood
and
Tech.
Jesuit.
Yeah.
TC and Jesuit. You have, man, it's gonna be some great football, man. It's some, and I can honestly say we have 3 backs. 3 of the best backs in the state of Florida are right here in Hillsborough County.
I'm gonna ask you this.
I ain't gonna say that. I'm just gonna.
Go ahead.
I'm thinking because I watched a lot of these teams, so I'm just gonna. I try not to make it because they're still in high school, so I'll treat them as kids. But there's gonna be some pretty interesting football, I'll say.
Yeah.
This year.
Yeah.
But when you say 3 of the best, I'm thinking about.
The name we can say them.
No, I'm not gonna say name. I'm thinking about who I some matchups that I'm looking forward to. And I told him based on what I saw, and I knew was coming back this year. So I have a surprise pick. They won't be probably my top. They might not make the top 5, but there's a team that I'm looking forward to seeing how they line up because I'm high on their quarterback.
Okay. Like I said, we're gonna do that shortly. I mean, we're gonna
get into that.
We're gonna get into that. So, like I
Yes,
said, if
might be a
y'all want
surprise.
to, if y'all want to, we can. You know,
Man,
we're
listen.
doing the high school preview next week. So I mean, we can. I got a couple more questions.
All right, let's go through the
for
questions.
Coach Chang, and then we can go ahead and move on. Now, another one I like to ask you, and you've been coaching so long. Is it hard for you to turn it off? Like when you get home, like you know what, I'm out of coach mode. I left it at the field, or do you still take that with you?
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I really like now. I think I got the urge again because people counting us out.
Okay.
I think it's going back home with me again.
Okay.
Cause like for the past 2 years, I kind of like been enjoying life. You know, like situations change, demographics change,
Right.
And you know, like I was enjoying life, and it wasn't going home with me. I mean, I was doing,
Right, you was
things
being
do.
you.
I was being me.
Right.
But now it's personal. Cause now these teams want to kick old Chain when they think he down, scope 40 on me, So now it's personal. So now I got a group of kids that want to be coached, and I want to coach.
Okay.
So yeah, you damn right it's going home with me. It's
Okay.
waking up with me.
How old are you kids this year?
12. It's waking up with me.
Okay.
And now it's and each like we scrimmaged the varsity because like I told him, like, man, you only gonna be as good as the people you practice against every day.
Yeah.
So we practice against our varsity.
Competition makes you better.
And the confidence.
Absolutely.
Now some of the days, the varsity probably can pumple us, but man, we really got down with them yesterday.
Y'all bumped yesterday.
Well, we bumped yesterday, boy, and that's
Okay.
why I felt so good. That's why they was on the player today, man.
Okay. Now I ain't gonna never ask you who best player you coached because I don't want nobody to get offended. Best player you coached against Little League.
Man, Xavier Townsend, man,
Went to Berkeley.
went to Berkeley.
Okay.
He's not. I want to say
senior or a junior this
no.
year.
He's at. I want to say he's at
Iowa State.
No, he's at UCF.
Okay.
Man, let me tell you about this Joker, man. I ain't gonna say he's one of the best, but
Okay.
he's up there. But it's this thing that me and him share. I never got a chance to coach him. I used to recruit him.
Okay.
I used to recruit him. I mean, it's open recruit now in Little League because
Okay.
you recruit my players, I'm gonna recruit yours. Guess what? We want to win.
Okay.
If you ain't recruiting, you ain't trying to win.
Okay.
And you can do it in Little League. This ain't high school, so if you're not recruiting in Little League, you're not trying to win.
Okay.
Also, with that being said, but anyway, when 2015, 15 or 16, it was one of them. I had just came back from the Giants. I won the Super Bowl with the Giants, and then I came back to the Jazz because my brother had done fired my ass. I remember.
Now,
Maybe I got mad.
how many Super Bowls have you won?
Shit, man. Shoot, I'm sorry. I don't even know.
Okay.
But I got a
that's
chain.
good
I got
resume.
I got a chain with like, people say, man, you know, your chain could be a little offensive, but it got bullets on them, right? They say, what do you need that chain? What that chain represent? I say, all the championships I won and the coaches I killed along the way. But with that being said, go back to the story about X. We had a good game. They beat us 20-6. They beat us 20-6 the first time we played them, right? But that time, I was going through some things, and I went to the hospital that Wednesday. So I was like, man, I'll be out by Thursday because, you know, they had me on this. They had me on the monitor for my heart and some stuff. And Calvin, I never forget, he came. I say, Calvin, if I'm not out of here by Saturday morning, I'm checking myself out. Calvin said, man, you tripping. Saturday morning came, they were talking about keeping me in there for, what they call a stress test.
Yeah.
I said, man, y'all can let me do that with my primary. Yeah, I got insurance. Good insurance, too.
Okay.
I got to let me do that with my primary, man. I went on ahead and I'm thinking I'm going to have this heroic story. Like, I checked out against my own medical advice. Hey, look, I checked out against my own medical advice. And we got our ass whooped 20-6. And Lil Duke was the other running back. He ate us alive.
Yeah.
He ate us alive.
And what team they played with?
The Colts, the West Chase Colts.
West Chase Colts. Okay.
So, after we lost that game, we sat in Denny's on Dale Mabry.
Okay.
The game was over with at 10.
Okay.
We left Denny's at 4 in the morning. And we coached for the Super Bowl the rest of the season. We practiced 3 plays for that season. So now we did everything we were supposed to do, and they did everything they were supposed to do.
Okay.
So now it's Super Bowl Saturday, boy.
Okay.
It's Super Bowl Saturday. My boy Lewis Carter ready.
Okay.
He ready. I got another story to tell you, too.
Okay.
My boy Lewis Carter, he ready. I said, you ready, Lou? He said, yeah, coach. Yeah, and Lewis Carter, man, great kid. Y'all gonna hear a lot about him.
Yeah.
And so we see we see him at the Plant game. That's when Plant I went to state that week. So
Okay.
the kid Jamie Smiley, right? I'm talking about, hey, Coach Chang. I said, all right, okay. So y'all ready? This how the coach that, but you know it's just friendly stuff,
Yeah.
you know, because I'm all
Friendly
right with
fire.
all of the kids. I love
Friendly
all the
fire,
kids.
yeah.
So Saturday come, we kick off. Oh boy, it's a good game. We going back and forth. The kid Jaden Harris that play up at Allen University, son to me. Man, he bombed him. They go down the field with the big tight end Vanderjack. I think that's his name. He played at Jesuit, but he played baseball now.
Yeah.
So shootout, we go up. Oh man, it's time to kick the ball back off to them. We score. I say no, don't kick the ball to X. No, don't kick the ball to X. The ball in the going in the air. X got the ball. He running up the sideline. He coming up the sideline. He look at me. Hey, Coach Chang. I wasn't tripping. He scored. He came back to me. Yeah. So we
Okay.
end up winning the game.
Okay.
We going to shake hands.
Okay.
Hey, X. And me and him laugh about that
To this day.
every.
That's cool.
Every time we see each
he
other.
got off in the Newman game when they played against Peyton Manning's nephew.
Yeah.
He got off in that game.
Man, that's a bad man.
So-
And he's a great person.
That's cool.
His
That's
parents
what it's
did a real
about.
great job with
That's
him.
what it's about. Good parents breed good kids. So
Yep.
we're going to take our last break. This is going to be brought to you by my folks, Mike Tree, Air Tree out there at Conan's. Best barbecue right there in downtown Carver City, man. 813-870-0404 at 1510 North Hubert Avenue. Serge got 2 more songs for us, and I'm going to let Serge bump
We got
these
2 songs.
two
songs.
songs.
Got you.
Go ahead, bump them for me, Serge.
I got one more story about the motivation. I got one more story.
All right, we back at it, man. That was our last break before we get out of here. So Coach Chang is talking about another story. Go ahead and give us the what you were talking about.
So like it's like that gift, like to get kids. Man, sometimes kids just want to play for you, right? And it's like I got that gift to where I can get it out of them. And I never forget, we was playing a spring game, and this kid named Torino Troop, he was a little undersized kid, okay. Like but he had heart. Okay. He had heart. And we was getting ready to play Countryside in the spring, and they had this kid, Zakar Lewis. He's a great talent too. Okay. I think he's at Carrollwood Day. Okay. And I end up coaching him the following year, which is crazy. Right. So we getting ready to play them, and they the big gun in the spring on their side in Clearwater, and we the big gun on our side. Okay. And then in the pregame, I said, man, I'm so sick of hearing about this kid, CJ. I'm so sick of hearing about him. I say, listen, man. I said, we've been disrespected all spring. Then nobody expect us to be here. Nobody. I say, listen, I said, the most disrespectful thing you can do to a man where I grew up at was take his shoes. That's the most disrespectful thing you can do. It's take his shoes. I want the shoes. I want the shoes. Okay. All right, they hype. Listen to what I'm telling you now. They hype. Okay. So one of the kids asked me, Coach, you want his foot in it? I say, no, you tripping. I say, tripping. I want his shoes. Okay. So listen, right? They kicked the ball. No. First play from scrimmage because they didn't have kickoffs. We started them at 20. Right. CJ get the ball. Pow. Man, a shoe come 50 yards, come from the middle of the field, a shoe come to the sideline and say, here, Coach, I love you. The ref say, Coach, he do it again. I got to get him out of here. I say, Coach, what he did? But from that moment, man, listen, you don't know how much of an impact a youth football coach plays in a young man's life. Agreed. It's very underrated, and I also think it's overlooked. Because like you said, a lot of kids today don't have father figures, so as they play, you're the only male figure that they see. Yeah. And with that, you interact with them, and it's like, okay, they'll go through a wall for you. Yeah. I heard one of your speeches that you spoke with the kids after practice. I was like, man, it hit me, and I was, almost 50. And I'm like, but that, like you said, there's certain coaches that can get the most out their kids. Yeah. And that's your gift. Yeah. And you can do that. Yeah. So, but before we get into this, and I'll offer best player you played against in high school. Best player I played against. Man, there was a few of them, man. Like it was Wayne Ward at Plant City. He was tough. Zane Gilmore at Robinson. Okay. Clint Moore at Gaither. Grown man. Started out at Tech. Yeah. Yeah, grown man. Me and Clint played together after that Big Hill. Okay. Hell, Jira McIntyre. Yeah. Yeah. Jira, man, let me tell you something. People don't know how bad that fella there was, man. Let me tell you something. He was the first signee to USL. Okay. That's a bad man. Yeah. Yeah. Jira McIntyre. Okay. What did he do? What did he do? Yeah. I think they stole Jira's swag and gave it to Ricky on Boys in the Hood. I still say that. You still say that? Man, Jira was a bad man, man. A bad man. I can't Jaggy was bad too. I played against Jaggy. Donald Riche was tough. Man, there's so many of them. Riche was tough. Riche was tough. Yeah, he was like I said, I think that's the thing that every year is certain kids. Like I was on Jay Gaynor. I like Jay coach with me. That's my running back coach. Yeah, I love Jay and Brandon. Then there was another kid, Corey Baker. Corey Baker was Armwood. Then you had Antoine Fleming at Plant City. Man, listen, I played against Baby. Grown man. Yeah, I played it. Not he was a youngin. Like I was a senior, he was a 10th grader. Yeah. And see, back then you had JV. Yeah. No, but he didn't even play no JV. Baker East Bay was undefeated. Beat Hillsborough that year. They were undefeated playing Armwood, and Corey Baker ran crazy. Okay. I'll never forget that. So like you said, we've had a lot of kids come through here, and I think the legacy is going to continue because there's some big name kids. I want to really see signing day what the kids are going to do because there's a lot of kids
gonna make some moves. This
I
year.
got something I want to say because
Go
I'm
ahead.
tired of having this argument, and I'm gonna go ahead and settle it right now.
Okay.
People keep asking me the greatest Jaguar team I ever coached,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And boy, we done had some talent over there.
Okay.
I promise you.
Okay.
The greatest team I ever been a part of was the 2012 team.
Okay.
And off that,
You had Malik on that team.
off that 2012 team,
And
three of those
Nelson.
kids
on that team.
are in NFL camps.
Nelson's on that. No, the 12 wouldn't have been Nelson.
Nelson
No.
didn't play for the Jazz.
No, he didn't play for the Jazz.
Nelson
No,
didn't play for the Jazz.
no.
That's Travell.
That's Travell Harris,
Travell and another
Isaiah Brown,
Isaiah Brown.
and Malik Davis.
Okay. And y'all won the whole thing.
Oh yeah, my bro. That's your man. Anytime me and Duke coach together, it's unfair.
Okay.
It's unfair.
So Duke ran the offense,
And
or-
I ran the defense.
Okay. What you ran, a 4-3, 5-2, or you moved
I
around?
run something called adjust. Anything you show us, we're gonna adjust to it.
Okay.
So it may be like we may line up in the over or under, depending on what you do. So I don't call it a true 4-3 or true 4-4. We gonna teach these kids football.
Okay. That's fair. So what we're going to do now, this is actually brought by our last sponsor, my good folks over there at Wingstop, Marcus McCants, Kim McCants, shout out to y'all. Ryan and Kim, hope y'all first week of school went well. Got 4 locations, 23044 State Route 54 in Lutz, 813-705-9464. One in Western Chapel, 1219 Bruce B. Downs Boulevard, Western Chapel, 813-536-0222, right there by Wiregrass High School, Wiregrass Ranch. Then we got locally, a little closer, 9305 North 56th Street, Temple Terrace, 813-373-5174. And where it all started, 2776 East Fowle Avenue, Tampa, 813-903-9464. So what we're going to do starting next week, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to predict games. We're going to have a game of the week. Chop Shop will be present for a game of the week. And then also what we're going to do, we're going to check the stats. And the 5 players, we're going to come together, put 5 players out, put it on Facebook Saturday morning, let you, the fan, vote. And whoever's got the most votes can go to Wingstop and eat free that week. So
I'm doing it.
we try to do something, something different. So with that being said, we finna get into this Wingstop Chop Shop Super 13. So as I call these out, I know you said you torn, you looking at a couple different things, but
I won't say it. I don't see 13, but okay. I'll try to come up with 2 more. I barely see 10.
okay, well, I mean, but you got to rank. It's 36 teams. We got to rank. I mean, hey, if they lose the game, we got 13 teams. Okay, number 13, Tabor Catholic Crusaders.
Damn, we down at 13.
We got them at 13, man. We got
I don't
them at
like
13.
that.
Well, listen.
You trying to tell me it's 13 teams better than TC?
I said 12.
12.
I said 12. So we finna call it, like I say, the game's got, just like the late, great Kuda P said, Ebo said, the game got to be played. So right now they started at 13. Let's see what happens. They're at 13.
I got to hear who ahead of them.
Okay.
I got to.
Number 12.
I think we're okay now.
Carrollwood Day.
We beat Carrollwood Day last year, man. Don't do that.
Listen, the schedule's out.
All right,
We'll see what happens.
Go ahead.
Number 11, Zephyr Hills Bulldogs. Number 11. Hey.
That's not who I saw, but okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Number 10, the Newsom Wolves.
Child, please. I don't.
You got
Okay.
Newsom number 10?
You got Newsom at
number 10. I
10.
got Newsom at 10.
Wow.
At 10.
That's going to be interesting when you hear my top 5.
Okay. Number 9, the Bloomingdale Bulls. I got them at 9.
They rank way.
Okay. Number
Okay.
8, the Gaither Cowboys. Number 7, the Armwood Hawks.
Okay.
Number 6, Sumner Stingrays.
Okay.
Number 5, the Berkeley Bucks.
Okay.
Number 4, Hillsborough Terriers. Number 3, Jesuit Tigers.
Okay.
Number 2, the Tampa Bay Tech Titans. And number 1, we got the Warden Wildcats. So we can, like I say, we can agree to disagree. This is early.
Now, let me ask you something.
Now.
Let me ask you something.
Talk to me.
When you came up with this list,
I already said this to you, but go ahead. You
I know, right? Because I seen
Go
some
ahead.
of this.
Go
But when
ahead.
you came up with this list, did you respect the body of work?
Tabor Catholic.
I'm gonna say Oz Warden number 1.
Okay, Warden has a lot.
Jesuit should be with number 1. Have you said it? They won it.
Okay, Jesuit did win it. They lost a lot too.
You talking about coming back?
But you know who they didn't lose?
Who they didn't lose?
Joe Burrow
Okay, they didn't
lose Joe.
Okay, they didn't lose Joe. Listen, hey, but the good thing about that is out the gate next Friday.
Yeah.
At Warden. That's our game of the week. 1 against 3.
Man, they're at Warden.
They at
1 against
Warden.
3. Okay, that's going to be a good game.
Yeah, so like I say,
That's
we'll
gonna
see.
be a good game now.
Now, let me put this out there right now so there's no confusion.
Go ahead.
Jesuit, and I'm talking to all Jesuit alumni fans. You beat Warden on Friday, I have no choice but to put you as number 1. I have no choice.
That's fair.
I have no choice.
That's fair. Now, why you say Warden number 1? Because of their offseason acquisition?
I believe the moves they made in the offseason, they loaded up, and I think Warden is putting all their chips into the middle.
Now, Warden lost a lot up front offensively last year.
Okay. But like
Now, it's going to be interesting.
Okay, so
but they did get the kid, Jet Jensen.
Okay.
Which is a good quarterback.
Right.
The fact about it, they have 2 good quarterbacks over there. They did get Stacy.
They got the lineman from Jesuit.
You talking about RJ. You talking about RJ McCullough.
That makes a difference.
That do make a difference. RJ McCullough. But he plays defensive line.
Okay.
No, they got an offensive lineman from there.
Yeah, they got, but the thing about this
They made some great moves.
This is so early in the game. It's so early, like I said, and changes can be made.
No, listen, now this is what I will say,
Talk
right?
to me.
You should have went 1A, 1B.
But I can't do 1A, 1B.
No, but you got to make a choice. You have to make a choice. But with that being said, but we got to go with body of work, man.
Okay.
But but this your opinion. This your opinion.
Exactly.
This your opinion.
Right,
This your show, so I'm going to respect and go what you go with. You the man. No, because I'm in your house. So with that being said, I'm not going to disrespect your house, but I will say this. It's going to be some great football played.
No doubt.
These games will not be blowouts.
Okay.
They might be on a 6-point swing either way.
Right.
Because I'm going to be honest with you. Armwood, I just talked to Ricardo Watson the other day. Okay. He said they the black horse.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I talked to Alonzo Ashwood.
Okay.
Boy, he said a lot of people in trouble.
Okay.
And he ain't talking noise because he's one of the most humble dudes you'll ever meet. But I saw their team last year, and they returned a lot.
They did.
All right? Tech only lost 1 person in their front 4. And they got the kid Corey from Tampa Catholic.
Right.
All right? They had a young secondary with the kid Johnny Tyson Jr.
Yeah.
Tyson Stroud.
Good
They listen, they Tech it, and up front, man, Drew. They had Drew. They got the kid Kamen. And then the D coordinator, Hobbs, he's pretty good.
Yeah, they loaded up. Like I say, we early in the game, so this just ain't nobody play. They got preseason games this week. Next Friday, 1 against 3. And that's really good to jump.
So
out
you
the
had to
gate with
pick
that.
right now. If you had to pick right now, who you say? 1 against 3.
I like Warren.
You like Warren?
I could be proven wrong. Like I say, we'll be there Friday.
Okay.
We'll be there next Friday. Or Chop Shop will be on location.
Okay.
Next Friday.
Now this is what I will say.
Okay.
What I will say, because I love what Mike's doing over there.
Okay.
I do. Mike has turned that program around in a matter of a season.
Right.
Because Warden was on the down street prior to him getting there.
Okay.
And what he did over there is phenomenal. I promise you. And he's actually getting those kids offers over there. You know, everything is about O's now. So he's actually he's going head in the right direction. That's what's appealing to getting kids to come to his school.
Yeah.
And getting Stacy, getting RJ McCullough. Then you already have Booker Pickett over there, which is
grown man.
A grown man.
Yeah.
So it's going to be special. But they had Booker Pickett against Tech last year.
Yeah, but like I say, one thing about it, you know.
Oh, we forget about the DB, the kid Didi.
Yeah, forgot about him too. Like I said,
man.
I think Warden. I like what they got. I'm gonna let Ruff do his 13. Go ahead, bro. What you got?
Well, I'm gonna start at the bottom with Leonard.
Okay.
Then y'all, Chamberlain, Plant City.
Okay.
Tampa
Chamberlain.
Catholic. Y'all gonna be better than you think. Tampa Catholic.
Okay.
Hillsboro.
Okay.
Bloomingdale.
Okay.
Armwood.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Zoe.
Okay. Something. Okay.
Okay. I had something at 6. So you good?
Newsom.
Okay, I had him at 10.
Man, what you know that we don't know that you feel like Newsom going to be that high?
Newsom played Tech, so they got a lot of guys.
Newsom has a difficult offense that people, it takes them a while to adjust to.
They played the old Veer.
Yeah.
And they played
midline.
And their quarterback was only a 9th grader last year. I talked to his dad.
Okay.
And they got the greatest kicker in the history of Hillsborough County.
But hold up, they going to need more than a kicker when they get their ass blowed up by 30.
No.
I ain't never heard of a 29-point kick.
First of all, they're going to be able to play defense. They got a couple of guys at skill position.
Okay.
And
all right.
Then I'm going to go with the school that my daughter graduated from, Berkeley, Great Hat. Tech, Jesuit and Morton.
Okay, so our top three is interchangeable. So I mean, like I say,
but I'm gonna tell you, don't be surprised. Cause it took me a while to think about it. I think Newsom's gonna play Tech tougher this year than you think.
Well, like I said, they on the schedule. Like I said, they on the schedule.
No disrespect. No, listen. We
guess
just
what the game
talking.
is this year? Guess what the game is this year?
My disclaimer is
no,
we're
it's
in the
not.
chop shop, so
The game should be at
we're
Newsom.
talking football. So high school coaches do not get offended by our personal opinions because they're ours.
Right.
But I think Tech is gonna beat the brakes off Newsom.
But like I say, one thing about the game got to be played.
I
So
thought that last year.
We'll see.
I
mean,
thought that
and that's the beauty of it. We sit back right now.
What was the score last year?
They won by
It was close.
21-9. But they played them tough.
They got a late.
Yeah, they
got
scored late. But I think Tech's athleticism was too much for them.
Like they took a ball from one end of the field to the other.
That's what. But I think. But I
Tech
like
got
I
a
say,
good Tech got man. Let me tell you
Tech is loaded. Hey, we
I
already know Tech
like
is
Newsom
loaded.
though, Coach. They're very disciplined.
Okay.
They weren't
Always been.
wasn't overly athletic, but they had them in the right places. And when I started talking to the parents, I realized they're all young.
Okay, that's
So
fair.
essentially, you saw some boys that might have been JV guys that getting reps because you only get better with reps.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I like what I would look forward to going out there to Fishhawk to watch them play Tech this year because that's
Well, like I
they
say,
played at Tech
one
last
thing
year.
about it, we set up next week, Chang. If your schedule allows, you're
If it
more
don't
than
allow,
welcome.
you can come on through.
You
Zoom.
come over here, post up. We have Trevor Thornton cut back Academy.
I'll zoom you.
Yeah, you can zoom it. You can zoom it because I have to go to practice. My kids ain't gonna accept me missing 2 Tuesdays in a row.
Okay, that's
I
fair.
hold them accountable.
Okay,
And you
and
know
you gotta be
what I'm
accountable.
saying?
So,
You gotta
sir,
be the
sir,
example
send me
that
the
you
Zoom
expect.
info so I can get that out
Zoom
the
me
door.
in, man. Zoom me
Okay,
in.
no doubt about that.
With that being said, right, I'm gonna lead Tampa Catholic out of. I'm gonna lead Tampa Catholic out of. But let me tell you something about Mike, man. Mike is territorial about his program, right?
Okay.
And I got a story about Mike, and Mike probably gonna laugh when he hear this story if he ever see it.
Which
right?
Mike?
Mike Williams and
Okay.
Wharton. So last year, right? It was last year. I go to a Wharton game, right? And you know, I'm walking on the sideline on the track. I see Mike calling his plays. You know, he's in his game. Man, this man, stop calling this game. Tell me, hey man, you can't be on my sideline. It's all right. So I say, Mike, man, coach your game. He said, man, you can't be on my sideline. I said, man, listen, I'm here to see my God, brother, man. He talking about, man, you can't be on my sideline, so you know I'm steady walking. So Mike, stop coaching this game, cause you know, man, it's a dog eat dog world out here. Yeah. Everybody's recruiting.
Right.
Everybody's recruiting.
Yeah. So
And like I tell you, like I tell you, if you ain't recruiting, you ain't trying. So don't cry when somebody get your player, cause you done tried to get somebody else's player. It's dog eat dog world. It's how all this honor amongst thieves. So
Not about that.
So when I actually get to where I'm going, he see me going to see my God brother. My God brother actually is Landis Robinson.
The AD.
The AD. I'm the athletic director for the county.
Yeah.
So he say, oh, okay. I say, Mike, I don't even coach. Jared's just my homeboy. Everybody can't get in TC. I'm not going to just, I don't do that.
Yeah.
I don't. But I respect the fact that you not going to take anything out of my house on my watch. That's what you got to respect.
I he's catching balls from Reed's son.
Yeah. And before we get out of here, man.
My coaches coached him at Plant.
Yeah.
Before we get out of here, I want any shout outs you want to give?
Hey, man, shout out to everybody that's doing something positive.
Okay.
Everybody that's moving in the direction of their goals. Man, don't stop. Don't stop. Don't let your reality kill your dreams, and don't let your dreams make you lose sense of your reality.
Okay. So I want to give a couple shout outs before we get out of here. My homegirl, Shamika Ware, is actually looking for nominations. She's going to be on 95.7 The Beat.
Oh, that's the homie.
Yeah. They're doing a promotion, nominated black-owned business today, so go check the website.
So late.
Yeah, exactly. 97thebeat.iheart.com/promotion/nominated black-owned business today. So also my good friend, my good coworker, April Venza's birthday is actually this Thursday. Shout out to you, April. Enjoy your birthday. I think you pushing. I ain't gonna give you age, so I ain't gonna do that. But like I say, hey, enjoyed having you on here tonight, man. Like
I
say,
enjoyed y'all, man.
This is all love. So like I say, and from where we was last week and everything that's transpired, man. Like I say, just for those that reached out to me to check on me, man, I appreciate that. But like I say, in honor of my homie, we're gonna keep this thing going. So, as I always say before I get out of here, man, anybody want to be an artist, Don't want the executive producers, all of the videos, all
Man,
of the records,
nobody
dancing,
coming to see you, man.
coming to Death Row.
Yeah, yeah.
For Chang, Coach Chang, the infamous Greg Doss, we got Trevor Thornton coming in here next
it's
Tuesday,
gonna be
man.
interesting.
Cut back Academy. So that's a high school football preview. As I always say, man, keep God first, love your family. You see us holler. We in the Wingstop, man. Good night. Love y'all.
All right.